Welcome to day 9 of the safety experience I had to have. And some of these, like this one, are not so happy and not so cheerful, let's say. I had a mate, still got this mate, see him around town, we don't see much of each other these days, that I used to play cricket with, and he was a really good left-arm bowler, and so we grew up playing cricket together. And one day, he sat bolt upright in bed. He tells me this story, and it was just after we got married, actually, and he was one of our wedding car drivers. And that same year that we got married, there was a tragedy where his dad worked, which was really, really sad. And it was in a little mining town near Gladstone, Queensland, called Moura. And there was a Moura mine disaster, and you may have heard of it, where an explosion underground buried a whole heap of workers, and some got out, and 11 workers weren't lucky enough to actually escape the mine. And so I remember this mate of mine, when he tells the story, he said he knew something was wrong, because he said he sat bolt upright in bed the morning AM after this thing had happened, about midnight, just before midnight. And he knew something was wrong, and he found out that his father, his dad, was one of the 11 people who was buried in the mine, who will never ever be recovered, I suppose, for want of a better word. And so, and it's a sad story, and it's something I just think back on and think how much it affected him and his family and 11 other families. And I think about workplace health and safety, and I think, one incident, there was 11 people lost their lives, snuffed out. And what can we do as organisations, as human beings, as individuals, as businesses, as mines, as plants, as construction workers? What can we do to make sure that this never happens on our sites, I guess, is the question. Because a lot of these experiences that I'm sharing with you are really heartfelt, and they're things that just hit home when they happen, because you realise how lucky you are not to be that person. And I hope I'm never that person that gets that phone call about their parents or their loved ones or their brother or their sister or whatever it happens to be. Stay safe at work, and condolences if this is something that you've been affected by, and I hope it isn't, and I hope it's something you never will be affected by.